Are you ready? Let's go. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. كيف حالك? How is everybody? Peace and blessings, and keep up the lessons. This is none other than the friendly Muslim brother Taalib from the Brother Taalib Show. And I'm here, another one of my segments dealing with cryptocurrency, especially, and business and finance at the same time, just giving advice in the likes of those areas which are very, very, extensively going beyond what a lot of us imagine. Those of us who are in these spaces, in the business and finance space, and in the cryptocurrency space and digital currency, if you want to say that as well. It's just a lot of excitement. I mean, it's excitement in different ways because you have good and you have the bad. You know what I mean? You have the stuff that frustrates you. You're trying to get involved into becoming successful in the areas of what you're trying to do as far as business. And then as far as investment with business, when it deals, like I said, and especially I focus a lot of my segment in business, my business segment and finance segment on cryptocurrency, because that's what I'm involved in, and I'm giving you what I do, what I know, so that you can have more as well as when the time comes. But again, it's frustrating. We're going through these issues that are at hand, and we have to deal with them. We have to be patient, and the likes of that. So pretty much, I would like to let you listen to this video to upgrade you, or excuse me, rather update you, not upgrade you, update you on what's going on with the cryptocurrency, space right now. What's happening, the things that are going on, and that we should be, aware of. So I'm gonna let you listen to this video that deals with it's a guy, it's one of the YouTube influencers, and he's an XRP, influencer and promoter as well as myself. Because if you notice, yeah, I got my XRP shirt there. There you go. That XRP is one of the top. It's one of the top cryptocurrencies, and it's in the 6th place at this point, and might be in 5th because it goes up and down sometimes depending on the market value, where it's at as far as the cryptocurrencies and how much money is going into that space or into that currency, and its market value. Its market cap is something else, but how far it's going, how much is coming into that space to help to boost that currency to the level that it is. That puts it in the whether it's first, second, third, or what have you. So they fluctuate, as we know. The market fluctuates. There's a lot of volatility and the likes of this. But the volatility also, you benefit from it, besides, and in knowing when to make certain maneuvers of investing in it, and either hodling, which is holding on to it for the long run until it grows in value, and you get more money from you as far as a return, profit return, and being able to take from it and have much more than what you would have if you was trading. And myself personally, I don't suggest, and I'm kind of away from trading. I don't do trading, and I definitely don't teach it because I don't know about it like that. I mean, it's something that you have to learn. You have to do some studying. You have to be with people who know better, and allow them to teach you if that's what you want to get into. If you get into the cryptocurrency space and this industry, but I don't advise it. I say because it's very easy to lose money. That's one thing that I could say simply. You can lose money real fast, and especially if you don't know what you're doing. So basically, I stay investing hodling my cryptocurrencies that I have. And when is a dip, meaning like what I'm going to speak on or actually allow you to listen to, then you buy. And I'm not a advisor, a financial advisor. I'm not a specialist. I'm just a person who gains some knowledge and I pass it on. I use that baton and pass it on to the next person in the relay race, because this is a major race, and with time and people trying to put an effort in to run to get and make money and increase their wealth. And this is what my segment is also geared to helping the brothers and sisters, and whether they're Muslim or not. And when I say brothers and sisters, again, so people can understand me, especially my Muslim brothers that watch, and sister, whoever, and they think, oh well, you saying we're brothers and sisters, but when I say brothers and sisters, it's the human race first, but of course before that, as a Muslim with my community of Muslims, the Ummah, I'm in the brotherhood and the sisterhood of that. So that's more prevalent for me because of my faith. My faith is my life, my deen. But as far as on a symbolic level, brotherhood, as far as human race coming from Adam and Eve, then we'd use that term, and then we deal with the Afrocentric term when you refer to brother and you say black brother or black sister, like this. So it isn't nothing, literal. Okay. So anyway, basically, and then my biological brothers is all I have. I don't have any sisters. That's clear. They're my blood. That's without a doubt. Nobody can take that away. Allah placed that in my mother, and we all came from her, and that's what it is. You understand what I'm saying? So those are my brothers forever. And Allah got me. Allah got them all out of me. I don't know what I mean. So basically, back to the point, we're going to listen to this video and get into what's going on, what's the update with what's going on, what has happened, because there's been a crash. There's been a quick crash, which they're calling flash crash. And this guy, his name is Limbo XRP. And again, my equipment is not up to par right now due to having older equipment, and I need to upgrade, and I need to purchase newer equipment so then I can put the media that I go through, whether it's news or whether it's videos, other people's videos, so you can visualize it and see it. But just listen in and hear what this guy is saying. His name is Limbo XRP. Well, that's his channel, Limbo XRP, and he's speaking on about the flash crash. And just listen to some of what he's saying.
What's up, XRP family? Thank you for joining the video for today. Yes, guys, you can see a very big red candle, and I will explain why. I will explain, guys, what is happening, because a lot of people are panicking right now, which is something you shouldn't, because if you invest in utility, you always know that you don't care about what's happening in the moment. But
Yes, and I'm going to stop in between some of what he's saying. I'm not going to let the whole video go. It's just there's different areas of points that I want to speak on and touch on. This point with this, what he led to the last bit of what he said, he was saying, people are becoming desperate. People are leery and skeptical. This has been going on with the cryptocurrency space, with the digital currency space, for as long as it existed, and it's still the same, because people are still new to people. Not everybody knows what it is about, and they hear Bitcoin. That's the most famous name. Then it was Dogecoin, because you had Snoop Dogg and you had Elon Musk, these celebrity rich people. They made those Bitcoins, or excuse me, those cryptocurrencies famous in media and got it out there to the regular public. But people still really don't know what it's about. People don't know what this guy mentioned, utility of the cryptocurrencies, or the technology, if you want to go into more simple terms. The technology, many of us don't know. A blockchain, which is the main technology that the cryptocurrency, and any digital currency functions on. And it basically gives it its functions so that it becomes decentralized, where people are not, meaning decentralized is there's no central entity that has control of the functions of how money transact, or how you gain your money, how you send your money, or you want to get money to be sent to you. Like with XRP, which is it's a built up technological cryptocurrency that is used for payments and cross-border payments. And the whole country, the whole company named Ripple is the company that has created XRP. Besides the other features that they have that are digital, like assets or digital currencies in other likes, is for payments, cross-border payments. So basically, that's why even Bitcoin and the likes of Ethereum that followed, and the other cryptocurrencies that followed down all the way to, like, we have over 500 different projects on current cryptocurrencies. And so basically the actual creation was done for to be decentralized, so that people like myself and you, regular people, would not have to worry about no central bank, or worrying about a regular bank that will be dealing with your money, going through, like, you're giving your money to them to take care for your money. No, you will now care for your own money and be responsible for your own money. You will have your own wallet that is like a bank, a digital bank, or which we call it a digital wallet, which you hold your currency, which you hold your money, your wealth, and you do maneuvers. Now, of course, through time, and I'm just bringing up a lot of history back, a little long, but I'm not going to try to be too long-winded. You want to be able to control your money and and be responsible with it, but you have to be responsible with it. You have to be careful with it. You have to know how to transact with it. Send it to someone if you're going to send in payment to someone with your own cryptocurrency, or you want to receive. You have to make sure everything is correct. The code is correct. The encryption code is correct when you're sending it to who you're sending it to, and vice versa. You cannot allow people, because there's scammers out there, people who want to get your information so they can get in and hack it and rob you. So these are things you don't want to do. Just like a bank. Banks, they don't let people go and see all the areas where they can go in and just rob them. Because banks have been robbed plenty of times. And sometimes the people are out of their money because of it. But if you're carrying your own money, and you saving like the old school used to save back in the day, and they would take money and they put it under the bed, they stick it in the wall, different, older people, and that's where they kept their money, because they didn't believe in banks. They were unbanked people. They didn't trust them either. They didn't trust other people having control over their money. And this is where digital currency, decentralized functions in the digital currency space and blockchain technology has created. So basically, that's what utility, when he means that the functions are going to keep on going. Things are going to keep acting. Things are going to keep cycling, and they're going to change from dropping to a level where it's low, and they're going to go back up. There's volatility because there's transactions being done. There's money coming in. There's money going out. And this is becoming where it is like with money, with the dollar and other fiat currencies, that they had to go through cycles, and you have to buy and sell with that money so that it can circulate. So the same thing is going on with digital currency. Same thing is going on with cryptocurrency. So when volatility is there, it's like the stock market is, and the stock market is still around. It's crashed and it's gone up. It's crashed and it's gone up. You just have to know how to maneuver. This is what it is. Cryptocurrency is here. It's here to stay. It's going to be part of our life in society when you deal with finance. That's just what it is. Digital finance. That's what it's going to become. So you may not see the main digital currencies or digital crypto, or the cryptos that you might see now in a couple of more years to come, 5 years or so maybe, functioning, because if they weren't able to deal with what the regulations that are coming out, and that's a whole nother story and a whole nother video, and I've said it in some of my videos, the regulations of the SEC or the other organizations that are going to regulate the usage of cryptocurrency and to own it and all these different things and what you can do. Uh, that's gonna create some issues for some of these companies that created or made projects with cryptocurrency, made projects with currency, digital currency. Some of them may be shut down, because they cannot, or they have to shut themselves down because they cannot live up to what is going to be required and the qualifications that need to be met in order to fall into the policies that are there, in order to fall into place and be legitimate. So basically that's that. And let me go and let you listen to some more of what he's trying to say, and we'll touch base on some of the points, inshallah.
I'll show you guys, and if you have been following me for a long time, you know that I also told a lot of people don't buy off breaking of trend lines. Now, for example, this is why. A lot of people wait for the trend line here. This is on a daily chart. But even if you go down lower time frames, you will see that here we broke the trend line, went up, and look what happens. Now there's a lot of psychology happening in this part, guys. In this part, there's a lot of psychology happening. And you have to understand why. Because it's important. This is all done by the bigger institutions, guys, what's happening right now. Okay? Now look what's happening. Exactly when this resistance is breaking, because a lot of people learned how to trade from resistance and support lines, right? When a resistance line break,
Now that's for traders, what he's talking about, and talking about that how people are, don't kind of understand the different up and down in the bars of the diagrams, as he's probably going through over the diagrams. If I can check and see, yeah, he's dealing with the diagrams, the candles. They're up and down like arcs on a diagram that show the levels of the values going up and down. So basically that's a whole nother thing. That's not my area, and I'm not going to get too much into that. But let's see what we can get and try to go past a little bit of what he's talking about, back to where I was at before.
Very good for your knowledge on price action. This is the resistance line. When the resistance lines break, what do people do? They buy. Everyone buys there, boom, flash crash. This is a big flash crash. Now, I will show you why, if you have been following me, I told you to buy XRP here. Now, imagine that you did that. You would even be in break even now, for example. You would still be in a loss right here.
Now, as far as with us, or I could say for myself, and I promote hodling. That's what I promote, giving some advice to just take your money, invest in it, buy and save it. Learn about the technology. Learn about blockchain technology. These are basic things that I advise people when I'm going to be doing, even on a more professional level of consulting people and how to start from the basics and getting into investment into cryptocurrency as investment or asset, which it is. It's an asset class at this point in time. It has been proclaimed and given that position due to its market values that have been bringing it up to that level. Excuse me. And basically, what we got to realize is that, because like myself, I'm a person who I have a fixed income according to what I make from my job, because I only work one job. I don't work two jobs. And the reason is because I'm an entrepreneur, inspiring entrepreneur. I own a little small business with my wife. It's known as Back to Nature, and I will be doing videos on that in this segment later. I'm trying to make sure I get that set up, and of course, I want to get my equipment by that time to do it, so then it can be very well good quality footage and stuff like this. So basically, in content. So basically, back to what I was saying, you know, I don't have money that I can say, okay, yeah, I got all this extra money and I can just toss it there and then play with it in trading. So I don't play around with trading, and I would advise that you wouldn't do that. I mean, that's up to you. Like I said, I'm not a professional advisor, financial advisor, any of that. But just be careful if that's what you choose to want to do. But learn from the people who know how to do it right. Like this guy, he obviously, I'm new to his video, but I was just listening to it before I even allowed you guys to listen to it, and I liked what he was saying. But he seems to be a person who helps and consults people in the trading, and that's what he's doing in his video as well. Giving some hinters and maneuvers to make. So basically, that's me. I huddle, which means hold on to your cryptocurrency for more long term time limit, that it will come to be at a high level of value, and you will gain from you have your gains from, your profit of what you made, because you might invest $100, let's say, on Dogecoin, which is famous now, of course, and then you got Shiba Inu Shib, or whatever. It's another dog kind of currency, and it's famous and it's moving up the line, in value and fame continuously. So you invest in that, because that's how people go. Like, people are coming to they're coming in to invest in the most famous cryptocurrencies. XRP is getting pushed to the background, and that's okay, because it's the one that has the most utility out of all the cryptocurrencies, and it has a real powerful worldly global utility. When I said payments and the people that they deal with, and I have other videos that speak about that. But basically, keep watching and you'll hear a lot more about what's going on with the cryptocurrency space. But you invest $100, and then later on, you basically see it go up. That $100 becomes $500, let's say, and then you could take 200, 300 from it and leave that 100 in there, plus the extra 100 that's left. If you take 200, you got 300 there, so leave that 300 there. If it drops down, it may not, just, don't worry, because it might not drop down below that investment amount that you first invested in, which was $100. So then you're not losing really. You only lose the gains that you made when the value went up. When it went up to $500, you gained $400 profit. You know what I'm saying? So what's the worry? And this is what happens with people. Don't worry. Get your money in. Get in on the game, so you can play and get that money. You know what I'm saying? No, but basically that's what you have to do. This is how we have to do it. And I'm just advising on that from my knowledge that I do know. Like I said, I'm not a professional. I'm not here to give you professional consultation, because I don't have no degree in that area or licenses or whatever they require for you to do, because you know what it is. Anyway, so let's see what else he's saying, and we'll go on and finish up.
But you would not panic as you would panic right now because you bought when the trend line broke. You see, it's a very different thing. Now, when you see price creeping up very slowly like this to a resistance line, you have to be very careful. And you should never buy of breaking of resistance. The world is my off.
Oh, okay. Well, what I was also hearing from him, because he went into a commercial, and what he was talking about was for the trading again. And I just want to keep you on focus, on point. What I'm bringing is that you have to know when to buy, and like, say you buy already, and also know when to buy some more. And when you have the flash, it's called the flash crash. And this is a term that I think came about later. I don't remember hearing that back when I was first getting involved in the cryptocurrency, and it was a crash during that time that I actually had investments. But of course, I didn't lose much. I really didn't do, because I didn't. Because also another thing, one main thing that we must know and follow is that you only invest what you are able to. Don't invest and take, oh, you got only $1,000 in the bank. And some people live like that. They only got $1,000 in the bank saved, whether it's a checking account or savings. And for the Muslim, I'd beware of savings because you got riba that gets attached to it in most banks, depending on which bank you are with and how you set up your account. But checking, they don't have riba attached to them. You don't gain any riba, any interest, on your money. So basically, and that's for the Muslims, because Muslims, it's against our belief for us to take interest. And for those of you who are not Muslim, what is not permissible for us is not permissible for you, but your belief is not our belief. So you're not going to follow what we believe, and that's understood. There's no compulsion in religion, in our faith either, that we have to force upon you what you don't believe in. So, but it is still Allah created you as a human being just like us. You just happen to be a human being that doesn't believe our way. So, but His laws are for all mankind. It's not just for us. But may Allah guide us and guide you. And all of us, those of you who are not. But basically, back to the point. So you have your bank account, and you have your investments, and when you make your investment, you have to make sure you buying at the proper time. So then they call it also a dip, and that's also known in the world of stocks and bonds, or these things when they deal with the stocks and stock market, and that when it drops, it's a way for especially people who can afford to buy more, and you buy more, and then you have an idea that it's going to go up, and you're not a trader, and you don't deal with trading. You just want to invest and make profit from the growth of its value, and just like gold and silver as well, But and then when it goes up, you gain. You have your gains. So that's what you do. You understand? So when it drops, it's basically giving you a chance to accumulate more. So that's basically what the dips are meant to be and how they happen. And they're in relation to these flash crashes. Now, when you have a real big full crash, that's something else. And I can go into that, or might have gone into that in other videos that you can hear from. And you just have to know also how to maneuver with them. You know what I'm saying? You have to know when to take your money out if you feel it's going to crash to a zero, and that has not happened in a long time, especially with cryptocurrency, because it's becoming more known, and there's much more adoption going on. So as the adoption is going on, we're going up. It's going up. It's not going down for good. It's just going up. It'll drop and adjust, and that's another thing. It's another understanding. The price adjusts to an area where it's not, going and bubbling up and getting too big to where it just boom, and then it just dropped very hard. So that helps keep it in a balanced level. So it might go up to, like it did in recently, to $50,000 Bitcoin. We're talking about Bitcoin, and then it dropped to 43, and then leveled out at 46,000. You understand that? So one up just and drop just to get into a middle point between those 2 points of value. 43,000, 52,000. 46,000 is the in-between area. So it kept that balance, and it's at that balance now. It's staying there for a little while. And the same thing with Ethereum. Ethereum didn't take much of a drop. XRP didn't take much of a drop. XRP has been in between a dollar to a dollar, went up to $1.28, I think, or 29. It was almost $1.30. And then it dropped in between 115, 117. It was up and down, and then now it's like in dollar, almost close to the dollar point, or $1.09, I think it was when I last looked at it. And these are the updates. Now, my last update into this video, which is already 29 minutes, and I try to keep my videos under 30, but we'll go a little longer with this. The SEC and Ripple case for the XRP family. And again, Peace and blessings. Keep up the lessons, XRP family. And keep up the fight, and meaning, don't give in, don't sell out all your money and then get scared and run away from your investment. And keep in, hold in there, huddle in, as we say. Hold your money in because Allah, for as Muslims we know, with difficulty comes ease. So the ease will come after the difficulty. And there's just difficult times, and they're being tested, and the people are trying us and trying to fool the people, and weed out the weak people who feel like, oh my God, I'm going to lose all my money, and they pull out, and then they bring it in and release XRP and let it go to the moon, as they say, the bull run, and it just goes up and up and up, and then next thing you know, those people that just pulled all that money out, now it's too high for them to get back in, or because some people like me, you know what I'm saying? Good portion of people like me, just living check to check, trying to make it. And then you got people who might be a little bit more, but they're like, I ain't spending all that money now, man. And they regret what they did, pulling out. Just hang in there. You know what I'm saying? I've advised a good portion of my family members. I've heard that some of them pulled out of cryptocurrency altogether and spent, you know, you got to get better. You got to wake up from the old school mindset of, if you don't see it, seeing is believing, and you're not getting anything from it, you're not making any money right now, living on the now mentality. You got to give on to thinking about your future and your family, your children's future, and setting something up. And when when you build something, it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't take 1, 2, 3, 4, bang, and it's done. No, it takes gradual growth. And that's what's going on in the crypto space. It's gradual growth. People were skeptical, even in my own family members, siblings, and family relatives. They was talking like, I don't know about that, and it's not a bank, and there's no protection, security, and there's a lot of scamming. Bang. Look at it now. Past that, saying, oh no, it's going to crash, and it's going to be gone, or they're going to regulate, the government's going to take them and wipe them out. No, government is not going to wipe out digital currency. They're going to regulate it. They're not stupid. They know it's part of the reset of financial usage, finance, the world of finance. It's becoming digital. They know it's going to be digital. It's not going nowhere. It's just going to change. We're not going to be dealing with fiat money anymore. That's just the reality. Is showing proof. It's been proven already several times on. So now we have to get to change that mindset. It's not like it used to be anymore. Start getting into things are going to be different. Okay, so are you ready? Better be ready. All right, brothers and sisters, peace and blessings. Keep up the lessons. Your brother Taalib from the Taalib Show, Brother Taalib Show, and your friendly neighborhood Muslim, over and out. Y'all have a good evening, good day, so forth, and everything else. Peace.